we were chatting before the event about this debate over what exactly the definition of MLOps is. So I'm curious. I mean, my first question is actually, how many people in the room have heard of MLOps before tonight? And it's interesting because there are a couple of people who haven't put their hand up. Of those who did, how many feel like they can define it? Okay, Sarah, Tom, we've got a few others. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm glad there's not just two. Okay, any ideas of the people who put your hand up? One sentence definition. What's MLOps to you?
Lifecycle management of machine learning applications.
Lifecycle management of machine learning applications. I do like that. Is that just DevOps for machine learning, or is that something else?
I think it requires a lot of specialist knowledge that comes from outside of the DevOps.
I agree with that personally, but I'm also kind of curious if anyone disagrees with it. Does anyone feel like, actually, yeah, this is just DevOps? Oh, go ahead.
I think like I would define it as DevOps for machine learning, but like with MLOps, there's like additional things that you don't have with DevOps.
A few kind of examples of.
I think model drift with a software. All the concepts of testing with a software product is very much deterministic, but with machine learning thing, it's not.
But yeah, like you say, monitoring for drift, you feel like when you've deployed a piece of software and you've tested it before deployment, that's it, it's done. It's deployed until you replace it. Whereas a model can change because the world outside can change, and that impacts whether the model's valid after that point. Any other final thoughts before we move on to the speakers?
It's more of a black box process as well. With typical DevOps, you have a good understanding of what's going on. You can define your requirements, you understand processes. With lots of ML processes, that is not the case. Explainable AI, interpretable AI, lots of something AI. None of them quite answer the question of what exactly is happening and what will happen.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought, right? That DevOps, it's a straight line process where you can say you do this, then you do this, then you do this, and that is what constitutes best practice. But with MLOps, you have all these branches that come off of that, like ability and interpretability, and every one of those then becomes its own thing that we need to define. Okay, go on, Anthony.
Why isn't it called AIOps?
Why isn't it called AIOps? Because, well, anyone else want to take that? Max, yes.
Because apparently there already is an AIOps, and it's not what you think, it's applying AI to DevOps.
Yes, that's one thing. Yes, you're right about that. But also, could it be that like machine learning is hard enough and complicated enough in itself, and for me it's a subset of AI, but arguably AI includes a bunch of other things that right now aren't particularly on vogue, but you know, things like expert systems, or even at one point people thought path finding algorithms count as AI for some reason. So I think AIOps would probably be too big to group together into one thing if we take that definition. That's my view on it anyway.